So that's a wrap, boys and girls. The Rugby World Cup has come to an end and New Zealand have achieved the fairy tale. And it was great because they were deserved winners, even if not on the day. And nobody's talking about it, perhaps because Craig Hubert's South African, or perhaps because nobody wants to steal from New Zealand's deserved thunder. But if you were French, when you woke up on Monday, you would have been gutted at the very liberal refereeing of the last 10 minutes. I counted at least 3 absolute and kickable penalties that should have been awarded to the French, but it would have been a very, very brave referee to give that. So what does that mean in terms of statistics? Well, nobody's won the Tri-Nations still and gone on to win the World Cup. That's the first point. The second point is still no team has been beaten in the pool rounds and gone on to win the World Cup. It means that the 3 Tri-Nations teams have won 2, 2 and 2 each World Cups, with England chiming in with the 7th, with 1 win to the Northern Hemisphere. And in my opinion, France must be next. They've lost 3 finals. Now, if you get a chance to watch the incredible expose that was shown on DSTV before the final on Sunday, you should really do that. Firstly, it showcased the most beautiful country. It's a wonderful place, New Zealand, and the way they adopted the World Cup was incredible. But it also highlighted the pressure, the burden on New Zealanders, on average New Zealanders, as they became more and more intense in their need to win this tournament. It was really fascinating, and I thought the most interesting part was a comparison between the Australian anthem and the New Zealand national anthem. And it's interesting how national anthems speak to the psyche of a nation. Australia, as you know, was colonized by convicts, by criminals, by chance takers, by gold miners, and so their anthem is Advance Australia Fair. It means whether you get knocked down or not, you get back up and you keep advancing and you celebrate your wins. New Zealand was colonized by a middle class, and so their anthem is all about defending. God defend New Zealand. We've got something to lose, so please defend us. And that's why the sense of relief in New Zealand now that they've won the tournament isn't unbridled joy that the Aussies would party into the night, but it's relief that God defended New Zealand's right to win this tournament. I just thought that was really, really interesting. So let's turn our attention now away from the World Cup and to the Currie Cup final this weekend. And the team sheets make such interesting reading. On the one hand, you've got youth, you've got exuberance, you've got hunger. On the other hand, you've got international class players, World Cup winners, heaps of experience. The Sharks against the Lions, and I'm hoping for a Lions win. I think they deserve it. They're the fairy tale. They've come from nowhere. They've played incredible rugby. What the Sharks are going to need to do is dominate them at set piece, and I believe they might. What the Lions need to do is hang on as much as they can, tackle their hearts out, and counter-attack and link as beautifully as they can. That brand of rugby is such a joy to watch. I also think Elton Yankees against Frederick Michalak is going to be a great matchup, and Yaku Tauta against Patrick Lambie, another cracking matchup. So enjoy this weekend's rugby. I'm Stephen Morris. That's all from me. This is Rugby Vibe, brought to you by Prongster. I'll see you next week.